Hello everyone, this will be my first video probably for Dead by Daylight. You guys have requested more Dead by Daylight content, and due to the fact that I have the game, I thought that I should probably play it. Don't really want to use my wood. So, yeah, now we're here. But we're going to be playing some Dead by Daylight as Trapper. If I sound tired, I am sorry. I got up only a couple of minutes ago. So, yeah. Gonna be playing some Dead by Daylight. And having a lot of fun. So, with what I have learned about my totems, you really want to defend them with your traps as soon as possible. Meaning that as soon as you find your totem, bam, a trap goes down. It would be, I prefer, personally, using Bloody Coil on it whenever I am whenever I am doing something like that, you know, trapping a totem. I prefer to use Bloody Coil. Reason why I use Bloody Coil is because what it does is when survivors disarm a trap, it injures them automatically, which is really, really useful. Yeah, I need to get it. I need to level up my perks. I'm probably gonna go and level up Franklin's Demise. Simply because Franklin's Demise is now that it's been buffed, it is a great perk. What it does now is whenever I hit a survivor, it makes their current item drop to the ground. After a minute and 30 seconds, they are consumed by the entity. Essentially, meaning that if a survivor, you know, wants to be a bit toxic and carry like an anti-hemorrhagic syringe, one of the add-ons that will make them auto-heal after 16 seconds, you can completely counteract that by hitting them and their item drops to the ground. After a minute and 30 seconds, if they do not pick it up, if like any survivor does not pick it up, it's consumed by the entity. Meaning that it doesn't matter if it's like a ultra rare key or like a purple medkit or a map, something like that. It does not matter. It gets dropped to the ground, and that will be that. Okay, so the Claudette's picking up a medkit with no add-ons. You can tell that she didn't put on add-ons because she threw on the medkit and then immediately readied up. So she's carrying a normal medkit, meaning that she probably does not have self-care, which is very good for us because survivors not having self-care works very, very, very well for us. Because what that means is that they now have to spend more time either A, hunting down a medkit, or B, hunting down another survivor. And when when survivors are hunting each other down to find each other to heal, that is great for me because that gives me time to go and interrupt them. But yeah. The tip down there hitting a healthy survivor grants them a short burst of speed is actually very, very, very helpful. I know it's a tip, so it's supposed to be helpful, but it's really very helpful. So, and yeah, most of the tips, when you're loading in, you want to pay really good attention to them, especially if you're a new killer. Because although, you know, most games have horrible tips, this game actually has really great tips. The only problem is that the totem spots are absolutely garbage. Like, I mean, look at this. Another trap in the vicinity? Oh, there is. Okay. What do I gotta say? Trap here. Okay. What is this? Right here. And already screwing up gens. Great. Alright, well, we gotta hurry over there, because if we don't, they're gonna complete that generator. Yeah. They're gonna hear my turret radius, so most survivors are gonna bolt. David has dead hard, we need to remember that. We do not need to kick the gen, which is why Ruin is a pretty good killer perk for anti-gen rushing, is because if we just go nearby and interrupt them doing the generator, it automatically starts regressing the generator by 200%. Meaning that by the time this Kate comes back to that generator, it's gonna be at roughly 50 or 25%, which is absolutely amazing for us, but absolutely horrible for her. It's amazing for us because that means that now we don't have to go worry about that generator. It's horrible for her because now that means that if she doesn't either A, find my totem, or B, get back on that generator, it's gonna be pretty much a brand new generator, which is very, very bad for her because that now means that that generator is gonna come back, or she's gonna come back to that generator with a substantial disadvantage. The Claudette topped the window, which means that the Kate will not be able to, meaning that we will get a free hit. They took out my totem, but they did step in the trap, which is very, very good. Then taking out the totem is very low on my list of priorities. It's a great perk to counteract gens, however, if you're without it, due to the fact that I have brutal strength, it doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't really matter to me that she took out my totem, because now I am able to just kick the generators and I still get the same amount of reduced progress, albeit at a lesser rate. We just want to scare this forever up. If we can get a hit, that's great, but we don't want to focus on her too hard so that David can come get the heal. There we go. She had Unbreakable, which is very, very bad. However, it is manageable to deal with. Because she did not Unbreakable in time for other survivors. So we're going to get this hook up. She has Boil Over, so we want to focus on one hook. We want to bring her to that one hook. If a survivor has Boil Over, you gotta be careful because they will be able to just simply move around on you. Like, they will legitimately just wiggle very, very, very hard. And it's super difficult to deal with that. Gotta remember Dead Heart. Yep, there we go. And then we can get a hit through here. Got it. Nice. So now, this Claudette is on first hook. They have no generators, which is extremely good for us, but we have to kick that gen. So we're going to kick it right now. We're going to trap this window because they think that this loop is safe. We're going to trap it over here out of line of sight for the Claudette because now she won't know that we placed the trap here. We want to kick this generator too. 1, 2, and then we want to go find somebody. Preferably the David, because since he has Unbreakable, we are able to one-shot him. However, what Unbreakable does is it allows you to pick yourself up. Meaning that we want to deal with him very, very soon. We're going to get this hit off, I believe. No, we're not. Okay. I messed up there. I should have went the long way around. Because if I did, I would have guaranteed a hit. We lost to David, but since we picked up on the Kate, we're going to be able to start this chase. And we're going to get a hit here. She's going to walk into that trap. Bingo. We see this survivor off here healing. So we're going to go over here, interrupt it, and then we're going to get it down. Hopefully. I'm not going to chase her. She's going out of range. We're going to reset this trap. Then we're going to rehook her. They're probably going to get that generator way down there, off in the distance. We want to hook her right here, because this is nearby in our perimeter of traps that we've set. Hold it. We're going to hook her right here. And then we're going to trap up nearby. So one trap on this pallet right here. Pick the generator if it's not been picked. There we go. She let go. Alright. Which is good for us, because that's one survivor out with 4 generators left. Meaning that now they only have 3 more to do 4 generators. And I believe, at least one of them is on Death Hook. Which is very, very good for us and absolutely horrible for them. Because Death Hook means that if I find that survivor again, they're working on the generator up here. If I find that survivor again, I'm able to down them and then hook them. And once I hook them, they're dead. You can try doubling back to avoid me, but I am going to get this hit here. She's going to palace on me, which is good. Because she turned down, because she took my animation and essentially deleted it. Which isn't that smart. If a killer's already gotten a hit off of you, don't throw down the pallet, because that just reduces their time that they have to actually, that they have until the next hit. Because pallet stuns is only a 3-second animation. However, the killer wiping their blade off is a 5-second animation. Don't quote me on that, I believe those are rough estimates. If they did not sabotage that trap back there, I probably would have stepped on it, because I completely forgot about it. However, since they did disarm it, I am able to go back here. That survivor is doing something over there, so we're going to want to go interrupt that. However, since they did sabotage that pallet, we are able to go deal with these survivors. She was trying to get blood points. We're going to get a hit off. She used speed boost very, very well. When you're using a speed boost, don't throw down a window, don't vault a window, or don't throw down a pallet. That's a horrible idea. That's just a way to get yourself killed. She forgot about the trap here. We're going to get her, and then we're going to reset the trap, and we're going to pick her up. Reset the trap right here, because it worked very well. We're going to pick her up. We're going to back up so we don't step on our own trap, and we're going to go and hook her over here on the same hook. This hook for us is very good because this allows us to deal with all nearby gens. That David, if he committed, would have got the generator off. But since he did not commit, we are going to get the kick. We're going to want to place this trap right here. It's uncovered, however, it's just going to work simply because the survivor, whenever you are chasing a survivor, usually their minds will go from survival to get out of there. So rather than thinking logically and thinking hard, they'll just be trying to get out of the area as fast as possible. If she crawls away, no, she does not have DS. Okay, well, it's an estimate that she doesn't have DS. She might. She had DS, but I think she missed it. Yeah. Yeah, she missed DS. Oh well. That's good on us. They are getting gens done quite quickly, so we need to start applying way more pressure now. That's 2 survivors out, but we need more out. With only... one has no mither, which is very, very good. Because that means that we now have an advantage of 1/2. If you're a Survivor main, or something like that, if you play Survivor, don't teabag at the exit. Just don't. It makes no sense, and upon that, you got the exit because you played well. Don't taint that with your crappy manners. And then likewise, if you get hatched, don't teabag it. You got hatched because the game felt bad. She's probably in the sucker right here. Called it. If a survivor just magically disappears off of a generator you know they were working at, just check all nearby. Just check mainly the lockers, because that's where survivors will mainly hide. She is not on death hook, however, she is only 1 hook away. So we're going to trap down here, right there, and we're going to set another trap up here. This will allow us to completely counteract David trying to go for the hatch. Well, won't allow us to completely counteract it, however, it will allow us to slightly counteract it. I believe that David has tier 3, no mither, because normally you do not run no mither, or no mither, if you do not have a tier 3. What tier 3 no mither does is it reduces the sounds of grunting, like pain, because all survivors groan when they are hit, or after they are hit. So what tier 3 no mither does is it reduces noise by 75%. I would give these guys hatch. No, I'm gonna give these guys hatch. I don't know. I'll give it to him because he was running no mither. He's probably a new survivor, so I'll give it to him. There you go, David. Yep. We could have gotten the 4K if we wanted to be mean, but I wanted to be kind. Yeah. Oh, he was rank 2. Oh, okay. Whatever. Yeah. These guys, for what they had, played very well. I'm gonna give them props. She didn't play as well, but we are gonna give her props. Because she did what she could. And they got 2 gens down. Yeah, but the perks I'm running right now are Barbecue and Chili, Brutal Strength, Nurse's Calling, and Hex Ruin. All of them are level 3 right now. I'm trying to get to Devour Hope, but I'm not finding it in my freaking blood webs. And the one time that I did find it in my blood web, I couldn't buy it. Because I forgot to. So, yay me. Alright. So, that's about it, and I'll see you guys.